Spamandla, I mean, one would think that by now the former president would have given up, but it seems he wants to fight and he wants to clear his name, and he wants to at all costs want to do that, but avoiding court at the same time.
Indeed, interestingly enough, he has said in the past that he wants his day in court, but according to his affidavit that he filed for the permanent stay of application, or rather application of the permanent stay of prosecution, he argues that yes, I did call for my day in court, but under fair conditions. Right now, the conditions are not fair. Stop charging me because you are playing games. You should have charged me in 2003 together with my former financial advisor, that is Schabir Shaik. But the former president, it seems as if it's going to be a long legal battle, because what will happen, we understand that the court will start at 9:30 a.m. sharp. There we expect that both sides, which is the state and his defense team, they will set the dates for the deadlines, or the court will give out a date for the state to file their opposing affidavit, because remember, the state has said that they will be opposing former President Jacob Zuma's application of permanent stay of prosecution. Therefore, we expect that that date will be somewhere for early January. After that, they will come here to court. They will then again set another date now for legal arguments to be heard. Basically, that case of the permanent stay of prosecution will be heard here. The criminal case against the former president will not start anytime soon, because they need to clear this legal hurdle first, which involves this application of a permanent stay of prosecution. If he loses that application, the legal recourse available to him is that he can take that on appeal to the Supreme Court of Appeal, all the way up until the Constitutional Court. So we expect that it will not start anytime soon. But right now I'm joined by Bishop Ivus Dube, one of the organizers here of the supporters of former President Jacob Zuma. Babu Dube, thank you very much for your time. Let's start about yesterday. Your night vigil was not well attended, poor attendance.
Well, I think yesterday the attendance was not as much as expected, well, because of the logistic problems. And I think the other thing, obviously, in Pietermaritzburg, we were in a place that is different than the scenario in Durban. People are a little bit far on the outskirts of the city, and to transport them to the city was a little bit of a mission. Even today, we've got a lot of buses that are still coming that were only released this morning. So we'll expect our crowd to be swelling up around about 9 or so, as it were. I think the problem that we've had, obviously, is the problem of logistics.
Some will say that points to the fact that the former president is losing support.
Well, people who are saying that, I think they are not up to date with news. Last week or 2 weeks ago, we have seen former President Jacob Zuma doing a door-to-door for the African National Congress, inviting people to Moses Mabhida on January 8th statement. We have seen the places where he was going. I mean, we did not make any announcement. We just told the people around that Jacob Zuma will be there, and we have seen those meetings turning into big rallies, which shows that Umsholo still has a lot of support.
We will get into that shortly, but let's talk about your critics. They are saying you shouldn't be giving him platform. You are organizing this support for him. Here is a man who was the president of the country, who made mistakes, who took the country on a downward spiral. Why do you keep on supporting him?
Well, at the moment, we still hear a lot of people who are saying that he has caused a lot of downward spiral in the country, but they don't count the things that are positive that the president had done during his tenure, like the issues of HIV, giving people, the tablets and stuff like that.
Okay. Briefly, before I let you go, we are running out of time. Yes. Is the Secretary General of the ANC, Ace Magashule, coming here to support the former president? You are the organizer, you should know.
Well, we think because he was in the province for other matters of the African National Congress, we will appreciate if he could come. If he gets time, he is definitely going to come and give support.
Okay, thank you very much. That's Bishop Ivus Dube, one of the organizers here for the supporters of the former president. I can tell you that I did spot former COSATU President Dumo Dlamini, who has already entered the courtroom here. I asked for an interview. He said no interviews. We are taking it back to you in Johannesburg.
All right, thanks very much, Pavana Goge. Well, hearing there that the former president is not short of support. Well, Jacob Zuma supporters are starting to gather at Dale Park in Pietermaritzburg ahead of his court appearance this morning.